It's really quick, like, hey, this is happening, or this is happening. I'm like, okay, cool, I'll see you there. This was like, hey, I got some stuff to tell you. Oh boy! Holy crap!
Sorry, Batman. Did I forget to mention my little friend down there? Meet Tiny. Who'd have thought
You
a
would
big
call it
fish
tiny,
could
you
be
sick
so
bastard.
useful? Not me, that's for sure. He's like a mobile garbage truck. Whatever I drop in that tank just vanishes. Oof.
Just pull this over. Anyway. But yeah, I was, what was I saying? I was telling you about the games I've been playing lately. Didn't I? Anyway, yeah, Naruto, fun game. I have been playing it for hours. I've never been into a game for that long, especially an arcade-style fighting game. Mostly, I take breaks from games, and, I need to, play another game. I can't, focus on one game solidly for, days on end like that. Unless it has, a really good story or something. The game, though, is just so ridiculously fun, I just didn't want to put it down. I was like, oh my god, I just couldn't stop playing. It was really fun.
Mr. Freeze.
And I got the new Tomb Raider game, too. That game, oh my god. The new Tomb Raider game is amazing. I've never been into Tomb Raider before. I've honestly tried playing them, but I didn't think anything of them.
Stay here for now.
No problem, sir. There are more of us.
If they're still alive, I'll find them.
Sure, I will. Anyway, yeah, the new Tomb Raider game is awesome. I loved every second of it. Watching Lara Croft go from this weak, frail, just human, just this weak, frail young girl, into the badass as we know her. And it's I always respected her character because she is a famous video game character, but I never liked the games too much.
Headsets.
It's it's kind of
Anyone wearing them will
I'm
be
not
able to
into
spot
them.
me hiding
They're
up in the
just
darkness.
not my cup of tea. Then I saw this new one coming out, and I'm like, you know what? I might actually try this one. Because the thing I didn't like about Laura, you're going to think I'm weird for this, I didn't like her oversized breasts. Honestly, I just thought it was sexploitation. I was like, really? We're going with this? Now, don't get me wrong, I like a big pair of boobs as much as the next guy, but they got to be realistic looking. Those looked like Pamela Anderson after she had 3 different plastic surgeries. I was like, really? We're going with this? This isn't that attractive anymore.
Listen, what was that?
I'm just gonna take this guy out right here. That guy's like, what the hell's happening? Let's set up a few traps here.
I'm one man down.
Yeah, that game's got such a good story and just such a good experience of just survival. The deaths are just awful. You don't want Laura to die, and there's very few games out there now where it's now it's you die, you're like, oh, I don't want to die just for the sake of not dying, I guess, and not having to go back to a checkpoint. Oh, no big deal, let's go back to checkpoint. And this is you see Lara just go through awful things, getting smashed, getting skewered and stuff, and you're like, ooh, I don't want to see that again. No. That's just more incentive to not want her to die. I was just I was impressed.
What's wrong? Too scared to show yourself? What?
I literally was just amazed. I was blown away by that game. That game, literally gave me everything I asked for. I was like, that actually was how the new Devil May Cry game should have gone. Because those were the 2 reboots that came out, right? Devil May Cry, the DMC Devil May Cry, and Tomb Raider. Well, DMC, what I didn't like about the new one, it's yes, gameplay was still the same. It's just way too easy. It is way too easy. I achieved an S rank within the first 5 minutes. I was like, really? I remember playing the old DMC games. It took me forever to even touch an A, let alone an S. And this is I got almost a triple S in the first 5 minutes, and after the first 10, I was like, oh, look at that, triple S. Okay, there you go. I just took a deep sigh, and I was like, yep, this game's gone downhill. And the character is just disgusting. The new Dante, he's disgusting. I can't stand him. Where'd my pizza-loving, Playboy-reading jackass go? Why did I get this cocky little punk kid who thinks he's hot shit
No good. He won't wake up.
and acts like a freaking utter tool? Like, literally, he's a tool. He is the definition of a tool. And just, I just couldn't stand the new Dante. It's like, it's not his look that really bothered me too much. I'm like, okay, well, you're redesigning the character, and you redesigned him a little too much, I gotta say. But, as long as the game's fun, as long as Dante keeps a shred of his personality, I will be happy. And he didn't keep one shred of it. It was literally like, the only thing they had in common was they're both a little cocky, but where our Dante, our old Dante, white-haired Dante, was likably cocky, and you loved every second of watching him, this one was just painfully cocky, like, just mean-spirited, awful. Virgil's completely destroyed, too. Virgil has no honor, just, man, it's just awful. Like, he shoots a pregnant woman in the back, and lets, like, a pregnant demon in the back. It's just disgusting. I was like, this game is disgusting. Can't stand it. I'm not gonna say it's one of the worst games out there, though. I will say that. If it wasn't a reboot, I would say, well, this game's okay. It needs to be better, though. I would only give it like maybe a 5, but because it's a reboot, it's like it's just like it's like a 5 out of 10. It's just average. It's not good, but it's not god awful either. It's just the only thing that's god awful is Dante. Like, I gotta say, the story though is interesting, and the gameplay is still fun. Like, it's more fluid. It's probably the most fluid the gameplay's ever been. Other than that, it's still just balls. Tomb Raider, though, they need to take notes. Capcom, take notes. Look at what Square Enix did with Tomb Raider. Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics with Tomb Raider. They redesigned the character,
One of Penguin's crew has
but
taken
they
that
didn't
cop
alienate
hostage.
the fan base
The only way to
by
save them
doing
is to
it.
make sure
She
the
still
attackers don't see
looked
me.
like Lara. She didn't look completely different. She didn't act that much different. It's literally the only way she acted different was she was new to everything. Everything was new, so she had to act helpless. She had to act, weak, because she's not used to killing people. And then as the game progressed, you get to see her turn into that badass that you know her for. Come here, you. We're not doing that. We're not doing hostages. But that's what I think of her as. That's what I think. That's just me.
On me! I got him!
Give me that gun.
Stay still. I'll be back.
Come here. Tell me what you know about Christmas Town.
Please, don't hurt me. I'll talk.
I knew you would.
Boop. Anyway, that's not. I'm sorry if I'm ranting on these games. I'm not trying to rant. I'm just trying to give my opinion on these games. See if you guys even give a shit. But yeah. Tomb Raider. Best way to do a reboot I've ever seen. You literally brought in new fans without alienating the old fans. At least I thought so, because like, I've heard people who love Tomb Raider games to death, whether they be good or bad, have said, yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. What the hell is going on here?
The name's Tom Miller.
That's exactly
You're
what I
part
want
of
to see. The
Gordon's
back of
strike
Batman's head.
I've seen your file.
You have? I mean, yes, sir. Cobblepot's turned this place into a fortress. Someone ratted us out. Me and the boys got grabbed, brought here, and beaten the crap out of.
You're safe now. There are just 2 more of you unaccounted for.
Have you tried the Iceberg Lounge? Cobblepot like to take us in there to beat us up some more. If we're lucky, that's where they are.
Anyway. Yeah, I'm sorry if you guys didn't enjoy my little rant or review back there. I'm just comparing the 2 reboots that were made recently. Tomb Raider and... yeah. So... no hard feelings to those who actually like the new DMC. I'm not going to hate you or anything like that, but... stuff like that, it's just, I didn't like it. I thought, since I like the old Devil May Cry games. Well, anyway, with that, it has been one session. I will see you all on the next session. And we will continue this at a later date. So you all have a great day.